Hi, my name is Leonardo Molina, and I am going to explain my final project. Uh, and I'm going to talk about Ronald Dahl and his book Taste and Other Tales. First, I'm going to talk about him. And Ronald was born on September 13, 1916, in Wales and died on November 23 in 1909 in England at the age of 73. His parents were Harold Dahl and Sophie Magdalen. He was a Welsh novelist, storyteller, poet, and screenwriter of Norwegian origin. Among his most popular works are Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, James and the Giant Peach, Matilda, among others. I'm going to talk about achievements of him, and the first is in November 1939, Royal joined to the Royal Air Force. And this is the oldest British air branch in the world. Second, he began riding in 1942 when he was transferred to the city by an accident when he was a pilot. The title of his story is A Piece of Cake, and it was the accident happened. And the last is that his stories became famous and recognized when he died. Now, I'm going to talk about curious facts. And the first is that his name is Roald, uh, is in honor of the explorer Roald Amundsen, a national hero of Norway. And the other curious fact is that the Dahl's inspiration to write his second book, that is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, was that since childhood he wanted to create a new chocolate bar. Now I'm going to talk to you about here the first story. Uh, this story, its name is Taste, and is a little story published by Roald Dahl in March of 1945. In this story, there are six people eating a fine dinner at the house of Mike Scofield, a London stockbroker. Mike, his wife and daughter, an unnamed narrator and his wife. Two, and he and his wife, and a wine connoisseur, Richard Pratt. Two. Pratt often makes small bets with Scofield to guess what wine is being served at the table, but during the night in the story he is uninterested, instead attention to socialize with Mike's 18-year-old daughter, Louise. When Scofield brings the second wine of the night, he remarks that it will be impossible to guess where it is from. But Pratt takes that as a challenge. The thug talk of both sides leads the two to increase the bet until Pratt declares that he would like to bet for the hand of Mike's daughter, in marriage. If he loses, he will give Scofield both of his houses. Thug, his wife, and daughter are understandably horrified. Mike eventually convinces them to accept the bet, and it is simple too good a deal to pass up, especially since he is sure the wine will be impossible to identify. However, Pratt proceeds to name the district, commune, vineyard, and the year of the wine. Though Mike doesn't turn over the bottle, his reaction appears to be one of disbelief that Pratt could have guessed correctly. At this moment, however, the maid walks in and returns to Pratt his glasses, which he had left on the cabinet in the study earlier in the evening, where the bottle had been left out to reach room temperature. Pratt had picked out this place in the study on an early visit at the ideal place to see the wine. His glasses being left there reveals that he knew the wine in advance and cheated on the bet, with Pratt's deception having been revealed to all the table. Mike's wife pleads with him to calm down and he sits up angrily in his chair. And that is all the story about this. Second story is a swim, and this story takes place in an English ship. It's about a man named William Bottible who wants to win an auction that takes place within the barcode after dinner time. The auction is based on guessing the number of kilometers recorded by the ship code during the next 24 hours in the sea. The auction takes place since the weather is very unstable, and the ship can suffer many mishaps due to this. All the people with the barcode are aware of his success, so but everyone participates and that the winner of the auction will win a lot of money, especially $6,000. Mr. Bottible decides to buy the ticket with the least number of kilometers traveled within the auction site. The weather has been too bad, but with terrible news that the next day upon walking he finds a sunny climate where the ship can reach to its full potential. Mr. Motival decides to dive into the water so that the ship stops to rescue him, and this saves more time since he spent all the savings of 2 years on that ticket. In the place that is launched, there is only a woman observing that quality when she hears it. She is scared and does not know what to do. At the moment, a woman arrives and takes her away and die. He leaves him there to die. Now I'm going to talk about my opinion of these stories of this book, and I recommend reading both the stories and the whole book because they are very entertaining stories since the main topic catches you. It makes you want to keep reading it as they touch interesting values and situations. They are stories that leave messages of good values, which for me is something too important. I recommend reading for anyone, people of any age, since many times we believe that by the level of the reading they will not teach us anything and it to the opposite. And that is all of my final project. Thank you.